Welcome to the Macedon campaign for Dividi at Impera 1.2. In the last part we pushed north up the Italian peninsula and we've now captured Rome in a pretty messy battle, but we're making progress. But at the same time it's very important not to get overconfident, because up here are lurking various Roman legions. They're probably making their way south, and sooner or later there's a good chance the Romans will counter-attack. And you need to be ready for that, because they will often come in force. I mean, there's a couple of legions up here, I think. One legion up here, but and they can always cause mischief if you're not careful. But at the same time, we do need to keep a little bit of a momentum going. So we're going to take Asculum, and it's going to encircle that for the moment. I mean, I do want to push up to the point where we actually got the whole of Platinum. I mean, none of these garrisons are particularly that substantial. And the other thing I also want to do is effectively take Arminium, simply because we need to drive the Romans out of the Adriatic so that we have naval superiority. It's one of the annoying things the Romans can do, is they suddenly spawn a navy and they will come down and attack one of these undefended ports. Down in the south here, things are pretty quiet. The Egyptians are wandering around. I'm ignoring this area for the moment because I do want to focus on the north. Everywhere else seems to be okay, but now in this area I do have a little bit of a concern about the Getae, in the sense that they don't like us that much, and our relationship with them is actually falling due to my rapid expansionism. So I think what I might do is, well, we need to do this anyway. So a merchant from distant lands wishes to trade with our people. He has a regular supply of silk, that amazingly rare and sought after. I think we're going to let him trade. And what I want to do, I mean, level 2. You're level 1. You're married. Have a quick look here. Level 2. Level 2. I think what we'll do, have another go to see whether. Yeah, the Getae are minus 71. Just going to send that out. I mean, to be honest, I'm not that impressed with the diplomatic options you get. Invariably, they normally end up as negative. The other thing I do want to do is bring this army back. It needs to refurbish a little bit. So you can come back here. We've lost a couple of units. And this army's... well, I suppose you can come up. I think the public order here is fairly okay. Of course, it being winter means that can't move very far. I think you can just drop in there. That'll give a big boost to this area, and I think we can now actually fight this battle. I mean, I could do the auto resolve, but I don't want to use the auto resolve simply because I want to minimise casualties. So we're going to go in for the assault. Okay, start deployment. Look at that, we've got some cliffs in the background. Oh, that's cool. Look at that, we've got some cliffs in the background there. Anyway, got nice and dry, start deployment. You can actually see the cliffs there. Okay. That's going to make life a little bit interesting, because this actual port is stuck out, so we're not going to be able to get in here. Could sneak some troops up through there. This is quite a neat little settlement. Anyway, it's I think we're set the pike line up here. Of course, this time we're going to probably have to enter the settlement to actually beat the Romans this time. We're not going to be able to get a free run in. And let's just work this out. I think what we have. Change these guys on that side. And don't want that. And I think we're going to have the cav on the side for the moment. General here. Now the big decider with this is going to be where their navy comes in. And I think what we're going to do is have these guys out this side. And actually just bring them in a little bit here.
What are your orders? Slingers!
Actually, let's change this layout a little bit. And I think what we're going to do is have a couple of you guys on this side working with the cav. Actually, sorry, I'm going to put the cav out here, and I think we're going to have the elephants down there. General, you put that area there.
Heavy archers!
The archers, you there. And I think we're just gonna have you guys there. I want to see where their deployment is. This is a bit of a tricky battle, actually. What I'm hoping is that their actual, yeah, they've actually got quite an interesting dispersal here.
And through them I know the gods have given me brave men to lead into battle. Now, forwards! Victory awaits!
Heavy archers! We are at your command!
At your service!
Slingers! For Macedon!
Bring the slingers forward. What I'm hoping is that this navies will come in over here.
Sons of Ares!
Now, the problem we're going to get is hacking through
Royal thorax swordsman!
this opposition here.
My lord! Fire on the enemy! Heavy archers! Loose! Thorax pikemen!
In service of the people!
Pikemen,
Swords!
I mean, I could come round that way.
Slingers! At speed! Orders! Vertus!
Right, let's try and break these guys up a little bit.
Heavy archers!
Swords! Forward!
Royal peltasks! In service of the people! War elephant!
Right, war elephants.
Troops awaiting orders!
Heavy archers! Find your targets! We await your orders!
The archers, concentrate on those.
Pikes! Fight the flanks!
Advance at speed!
Missile infantry! Stin and...
Ready for orders!
Right, I think we're definitely going to have to bring these troops up this way.
War elephant!
they're not going to go for it.
Hoplites! For the gods of the heavy archers! Fire!
Right, just use the archers actually.
Orders, my lord!
We're going to need the archers or slingers.
Slingers! Thorax pikemen! For
Oh, stop.
Macedon! Double time, commander! For the gods!
These guys up here.
Quick march! Quick
Slingers coming that side.
General! Karate!
This is going to be quite an interesting battle actually.
Happy to serve the people! Sons of Ares! Thorax pikemen! Missiles ready and waiting!
Right, where's the...
Are at your command!
Right, we're going to detach you that way.
Heavy archers! Double time! Oi! Pike infantry ready!
Push these guys up.
Thorax swordsman!
We await
Actually-
your order. Pike infantry ready!
For Macedon!
Thorax pike ready! At speed! Ready! Axis! Ready! Loose! Tribuna!
Right.
Palatine cavalry!
Royal peltasts!
Right, they're exposed there.
Ready, man! Royal peltasts! Melee infantry at your command! Hoplites
I want
ready!
you guys to engage those.
What are your orders?
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Slingers! Now! Orders! Aye!
Swords! For the gods of Olympus! Palatine cavalry! Hades
Right there. Troops seem to have just evaporated.
Foot companions! At the double! We are at your command! Advance at ready and waiting! Slingers! Move out!
We await your command. Advance at speed.
Slingers! Fire!
Guys are probably doing more damage than good.
Teen cavalry.
Right, Tarantines.
By your command. Quickly
Pull away that way.
Heavy archers!
Heavy archers.
Ready!
You fire into there.
Archers! At the double! Elephants!
Right,
One of our units has used
elephants.
all its ammunition.
Forward! Melee warriors! Warriors, orders! Marching order! Orders! Taxi orders!
Glory for Macedon.
Orders, my lord!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Missile
Right,
infantry ready!
you guys push into the centre. My general,
Banyan cavalry.
I think you can go up that way.
Missiles ready and waiting! Attack, you sons
Guys
of
here.
Ares! Pike infantry at your command!
Royal thorax swordsman. Sons of Ares.
You guys push on those.
Heavy archers! Fill the sky! We await
Heavy
your
archers.
orders!
Go for the
Swords.
flank attack there.
Move it.
Royal peltasts!
That was my
Palatine cavalry.
Tarantines
Advance at speed.
through.
Orders. Aye. Prepare to engage.
Missile infantry at your command!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I'm not going to worry about taking the centre. We've now got the actual proper flanking attack coming in now.
Slingers!
Bertus, commander. Advance. At your service.
Tarantines are a bit more mobile than the elephants, but I think we can get the... How are we doing? You guys have taken a lot of damage, but
My lord.
right. Slingers, pull away.
Missile armed raiders.
Guaranteed cavalry!
This is light spear infantry, so get the cavalry in behind. Why not actually get the war elephants?
Battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah. General around here. Yeah, yeah.
Guaranteed cavalry!
Missile cavalry ready.
Royal thorax swordsman! Guaranteed cavalry!
Tarantines, you push onto these guys.
Royal thorax swordsman!
Orders.
Tell us! Swords!
Guys advance through here.
Missile cavalry at your command.
Right, Tarantines, get a rear charge onto these. Yeah, they're collapsing now.
Pikemen! Thorax pikemen! Hunt them down!
They've got the one unit left here,
Ready for orders!
which is effectively being crushed.
Commander!
Hey, go for a long walk somewhere.
Marching order! General! Arrete!
Ready to march. Qatar.
Thorax pikemen!
Actually,
Orders.
you're just causing confusion. You pull out.
We are at your command.
Proud son!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
For glory.
Guys, pull away. You're just causing too much trouble.
Swift and accurate.
Tarantines
Guaranteed cavalry! By your command!
and
Pikemen! Oil!
I think you guys can just
Melee infantry ready.
Companion cavalry.
we'll give the honours to the general. That should drive them over the edge.
Ready.
That's it. End battle. We lost 132, mainly off this single unit here. Somehow our elephants managed to kill 52. I'm not too sure. I suppose that was their troops running away. And a little bit of friendly fire there. Over 20 of friendly fire. It's quite high, but that's to be understood, I suppose, in considering the fact that we were
We hunger for
firing
battle.
in across the settlement. So now we've got Asculum. We certainly don't want that. Could certainly do with a temple here. Only going to take that. A trade port here. That's given us lots and lots of cash for food. But no food production in this area though, although we could get a farm in there. Atlantic influence, agriculture. What I want is something with a bit of a military boost. It's 8 naval recruitment. I think we're going to go with that.
My
You
sword
can,
is yours.
this army can just stand there for the moment. We've got about 9,000 left to spend. Construction report here. I think I want the tier 3 there. And what was the other one? Marble up here. 80 wealth, 300 wealth. That'd be really great, but I think what I want to do is invest down here. Don't need growth here. +5 public order, wealth, security. That's growth. Yeah, I think we're going to go that there. That's 7 food. This is 7 food public order. I don't think I really need to convert that at the moment. Given us food and public order. Let's just check the rest of the empire. I mean, it's very easy to get target fixation when you're doing this, and you lose track of what you're doing in the rest of the empire. And it's quite important that you do keep an eye on area here. I actually quite like that. Can't take that up anyway. This probably could be a bit of actually what I could do.
At your command. Ready for battle.
I've only got the one siege army over here.
We hunger for battle.
I think what we're going to do is give this army some actual artillery to compensate from the fact that they don't have the extra missile unit. Have a missile unit.
Commander,
Yeah, you've got a missile unit.
ready for orders.
I'm just going to do that. These guys are annoying me. I think if we get an extra artillery in, this would be quite useful for doing the lighter sieges coming up this way. Because what we do have is this army here,
At your command.
which I'm going to keep bringing north,
On the move.
and I suppose I could recruit something here. Yeah, we got the cash for it. I'm just going to recruit a Tarantine there. This army is more of a reserve should the Getae decide to kick off. And now the fun's going to start, because I really need to take this settlement before I take this settlement, because I don't want an army coming through and attacking Rome. But I think what we are going to do is we're going to move you here. My agent says that there's nothing much going on up this way. And I mean, we're probably going to get a rebellion here anyway. We're just going to go for an intern, guys. New political intrigue. Consequences: your diplomat is returned accompanied by a clever tactician. Your armies will march further for a while. That's quite useful. More importantly, the silk trade Roma, the silk trade Roma, the silk attracted traders from far and wide, and trade flourished. Thank you. Let's just have a quick look. Do the Getaes actually like us a bit? Well, it's improved them a little bit. I mean, as long as we keep out of their territory, we should be okay. Now, I could push up against the Romans here, but the trouble is, if I push up here, this army could be a little bit exposed. What I am going to do is just push this army this way for the moment. And of course, what we're going to do is
Ready for orders.
bring this army up
March.
to refurbish this army. Actually, this army's in reasonable condition, actually. Hoplites. Do I need hoplites? Actually. Yeah, I think give them and that, bring that army back. We really need the extra missile unit to support as well, and inclined to drop this hoplite unit back and give him the second Royal Paltas. That puts 4 Royal Paltas into this army. I think Theros spears weren't particularly that good, so I think maybe we will that down here. I mean, this is an offensive army, so I think that will do, guys.
We hunger for battle.
And I think if I push this army through here,
Ready for further
that should
orders.
put them within the defensive zone of Rome.
Commander,
This army's still a little bit wrecked, but can we recruit anything here? We got Tarentines. Nothing. Get some more of this infantry. Must admit, I'm a little bit inclined to bring this army back here for the moment.
you wretches.
His job is going to be to keep this area sorted out. Now I've got this army here. Going to be worth pushing on.
Swift and silent.
Right,
A shadow
Romans
in the
don't.
shadows.
I can't find any of the. There we are. There's the legions. One there, one there. And he's got a lot of movement range, but I think we could probably take Arretium. But then we will probably get whacked by 2. But we got a defensive wall there. And there's another legion over here. See, this is what I was saying, guys. I think at the moment we're going to wait because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 legions here, and what will inevitably happen is that these will concentrate on in this area here, and what I need to have is these working together as a battle group, this one working as a battle group, and I think what we will do is actually,
Ready for orders.
I think I need to
Ready for battle.
come up to here,
Make haste, men.
and this army needs to recruit.
Is that all?
Get the bronze shield
Soldiering. It's a good life.
there. I think if we bring this up as another defensive army, and I think that's about it for this army. And that's that for Latinum. But this is building up this side. It's got negative public order. I'm not a bit worried about this. Probably the effect of these guys in our territory. Military presence -9. I think I could probably move this army up into here to help fix that issue. Negative -6 public order. We've got plenty of food here. Could minimise the food situation by going to that. That would still give me food, and it would give me extra cash. Thrake. Actually, let's. Right. This is my most profitable area. Got loads and loads of public order down here. Fantastic amount of public order. And how's the squalor here? The squalor's brilliant. Right. Macedonia. Looking good. Thrake is the powerhouse that it always is. It's going to give us another 100 of wealth. Subsistence. -7 up. Hellas. Well, loads and loads of public order. Italia's going to be a basket case for a little while. Got plenty of public order. Falling, but we could probably fix that over time. Right, I think what we're going to do is just drop that in there. And I think we're just going to go one more turn for this part, guys, and then that. Right, I think we'll just go one more turn just to see what the actual Romans are going to do. Right, you need anything that gives me public order, conversion. That gives me extra public order, banditry, unit replenishment rates. Yeah, cultural conversion, not particularly interested in that. I quite like that. Anything else here that's going to give me cultural conversion? Yep, I think we'll just pump that in to this area. That should help. Son comes of age, our first family member who's actually come of age at long last, Neros. Have a look at them. Agent exposed, child born, increase in rank, and we've now got a rebellion down here. Job for our faction leader. Let's come down and get rid of the trash. Bit of a distraction, but
At once.
and of course we won't be able to reach them, but just stand there. And we got here Italic swordsman. Right, got Agora in Petra, and I think we're going to go with that. Everything else. Temple here. One more turn, and then we'll get our research. Whoops. Don't think any of their legions have actually moved, and they can't move that far. Got the extra range.
Ready for battle.
I'd love to try and draw the Romans in a battle. I mean, if we took Arretium and they could bring one, two. Well, they couldn't bring one down here. I mean, we could force them into a river battle. That would be pretty cool.
We hunger for battle.
I mean, these guys could come as far as here. We're on the edge of summer. What I'm inclined to do is wait one turn. That will take us to autumn, then go in and attack. So if we bring this army up, say about here,
I'm afraid we cannot. Advance.
that gives us a twofold attack that position that way. And that will mean that we should be able to get in here in winter. That will allow us to establish an attack position there across that river. And then if the Romans try to come this way, we got this army down here. I think that's the way we might go, guys. And got this area's now positive.
We hunger for battle.
I think what I want to do is
To
get
the ships. We still have a good
this army to come across
ready for
and
orders. On the move.
stand there. Faction leader here. Right, let's can't really recruit much here. I think
We need good fighters.
pop you a couple of slingers here.
Ready
And
for battle.
got plenty of cash. This army's operating with one artillery.
Ready for battle.
I think we're going to drop a Tarantine in here, and we get. Oh, you can't recruit anything else. That's okay. I think this is going to have to be a support garrison army moving north. Deal with any. Stay here and deal with public order. I mean, do I have any more armies? Yeah, I can get 2 more armies. And let's have a look at our new family member. Where are you? You should be over here, actually. Oh no. Yeah, you're 15. Not that bad, actually. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is here I'm going to recruit a new general. That's our Antagnoid. This is our new one. We're going to raise this guy.
We hunger for battle.
And what I want here is a couple of that's what I want, is a couple of Spartan hoplites.
We need good fighters.
Can afford. They get 1, okay. Not enough manpower available. Great. Could do is fire those. Oh, it looks like we've got 1 hoplite unit here. And have a quick look through at cash. I've probably spent most of my money, so let's just have a look at what we can build here. You've got supplies here. Got here -4 food. I think this is a trading post. This gives me a lot of cash. This gives me penalties. I think what I'm going to do is actually go to this. It's going to give me less money, but it's going to take some of the pressure off food wise. I think this is where I'm going to leave it, because obviously our push north against the Romans is going to be a little bit tricky, because as I say, with these legions, sooner or later they're going to come south and actually hit us. So we do need to go north with superior force. What I would like to do is draw at least one of these legions in. I mean, this is a full strength legion, although they have this stupid bolt thrower, which isn't a problem. The heavy sword units could be fun. The spear mandible, Apulian heavy infantry, that could be interesting. The spearmen aren't particularly much good. They're not that good. I mean, they're actually recruiting things. Let's have a look at this one. This is probably the tougher position. This is the tougher legion, to be honest. This has got Arian legionnaires, veteran legionnaires, got some pretty good cavalry. You've got some auxiliary spearmen, and we've got auxiliary archers. So though this is only 18, this is the real tough opposition. Let's have a look at this one. Don't know what that one is. Don't know what that one is. Okay. I mean, we could go up and have a look-see, but I'm not particularly that worried. part of me says come up and take this and then draw this legion south, but that's going to be for the next part, guys. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.